Hey everyone, welcome to Within Pages. I'm so glad to kind of be back. It was a little bit of, I think it was like 13 days since I posted a video. Um, but I'm back, so yay. So what I'm going to do today is begin a book haul. I think that's what they're called. It's a book haul video. So since I started the channel, I did come across a few books that I've gotten myself and a few books that my fiance got me. And one of them was like super cool, so I'm excited to share that with all of you. But yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so recently we took a very quick visit to the city that is right next door to ours, and we went to Books A Million. So Books A Million is like a store that obviously sells books and a whole bunch of other stuff like board games and pop figures and toys. There was this cute little monkey plush that I call Coco Chimp. That's what I called it. It's so adorable and I can't wait to get it. It was like the cutest, fluffiest light brown monkey ever. But while I was there, I did pick up a few books myself, so this is what I got. I got Kiki's Delivery Service. Ugh, I love this. So I've kind of been after this book for a while already. So me and Kiki's Delivery Service go a while back. We got lots of history. So it was actually one of the first Studio Ghibli films that I was introduced to when I was younger. And I found it extremely fun because not only was the movie good, but my family also calls me Kiki. So that's like the family nickname for me. So I was just like, oh my god, that movie has my name on it. We got it from the video rental store, and ever since then, one of my favorites ever. So super excited to finally have the book. I do have more books of Studio Ghibli's that were kind of like, they were turned into movies. So I got House Moving Castle. So I'm hoping that if there's any more books that the films are based on, I can get those and then kind of have like a Miyazaki month. And also to highlight the artists, of course, because without them, we wouldn't have these beloved films. So yeah, awesome. And while I was over there, I did pick up a cool series. Now, I'm not the biggest Buffy fan in the world. I could appreciate it for everything that it brought to the table, despite its problematic creator. My fiance, however, when it comes to Buffy, Charmed, etc., like, he's the go-to person. He is the person you want on your trivia team. Knows the episodes, knows the spells, knows the lines, knows the bad guys, just big field of knowledge up there. But I didn't know at the time that this was based on the series, so I ended up picking up Slayer. So cool. I love the cover. It's like super epic, and you get to feel everything, so it's so cool. I picked up that, and its sequel, Chosen. And all for the very low price. I think it was like $6 each. So I was just like, hardcovered, both in the series? Who's gonna say no to a wonderful deal like that? So along with that, my fiance also gave me one of his books. And I think he's gonna get like the hardcover edition. So he likes hardcover books. I like both hardcover and softcover, which is why I got like such a big mix of different stuff here. So he gave me The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. So I'm super excited to give this a read. He told me that it was actually super good, and that I think there's like 3 other books in the series. I'm not exactly sure, but I can't wait to read it. So as I mentioned before, I found a few of the Twilight Series books at my local Goodwill, and like always, love a good sale. I couldn't say no to buying them. Now, I don't have any experience with the books. I've never read them before. And in terms of the Twilight franchise, I did watch the very first movie when it came out. Well, not in theaters. I got it off like the corner guy who was selling some shady movies and whatnot, but you know. But yeah, suffice it to say, experiences are like down here, so I don't really know what to expect. I know that it was like the biggest and craziest thing ever. I did, however, not have the first book, and I also got gifted by my fiance the rest in the series, so let me start. So the first one I have is the original Twilight. So awesome. Love it. Love the black aesthetic to the covers. It kind of just highlights the paleness of the hands and stuff like that. And then the next one that I got was The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner, which is an Eclipse novella. Eclipse novella. So there we got that one. Do apologize if it's like glaring and whatnot, but then I also got Midnight Sun, and these are really big chunker books, like it's like part of my face, so it's like half of it. How I'm gonna cram all of this inside my head, I have no idea. And then I also got Life and Death, which I think is like a retelling of the first Twilight book, but from an opposite perspective. So I think they gender blend. Words today, I'm telling you, it's been a long 13 days. So yeah, I think they gender bend the characters. So I think Edward's a female and Bella's a male. I think his name is Bo. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm probably gonna save this for the end or read it right after the Twilight book just to see what that's like. So thank you so much for all of them, Angel. I'm so grateful for you. So the next book that I got was actually a birthday present for my mom. And as I mentioned probably like 100 times before, I am a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's. So I got the big book of Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh my god, I can't even. Ta-da! The Deluxe Unofficial Survival Guide. Super big. As you can tell, it's like a really thick book. Wonderful squishy cover. It's like a matte finish, but it's squishy at the same time. It's so weird. And in this book, it's pretty much talking about the history of the game, along with like the many different characters that there are, weird secret things that you may or may not have gotten to find. So I'm super excited to go through this. Like they even got a mention of Freddy in space. I can't even. So the next books all belong to the same exact series. So Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunter world, they are broken into a whole bunch of different series, but they overall follow one big story from start to finish. So before I begin showing the entire haul for that one, because that's pretty much the bulk of my haul, like I finally caught up with getting every single book in the series up to date. I think there's maybe 4 more that are coming out and then the series is finally over. But as you've probably seen in a previous video, this is the City of Bones. So this one is the first book in the series when it comes to the Mortal Instruments series. My fiance was so awesome. He got me for our anniversary and Valentine's Day, because our anniversary is on Valentine's Day. He got me the limited edition hardcover City of Bones. This is not only super cool in its design from all areas, but what makes it even cool, it's golden paper all over. This is like by far the coolest book that I have, and it's also designed with the character pictures. I love this. This is like super cool. And it's not only that, they have them for each character. It's like fully detailed. It is stunning. So that one there is Simon Lewis. But anyways, overall, before I gush way too much, I love this. This is like the crown of my book. So I'm just like... So next, I did get the manga edition of the Clockwork series. I think they're called the Infernal Devices. So for this one, I have the Clockwork Angel. So it's super cool. Extremely hard to come by. Like, it's not like super rare, but finding them new for a decent price is really hard. And then I got the Infernal Devices Clockwork Prince. And then I got the third one, which is the Infernal Devices Clockwork Princess. And as you know, I am a big fan of like manga and graphic novel interpretations. Like the artwork is just stunning. I love this. If I had to choose a series that like always hooks me into reading, it has to be this one. And then I have the Chain of Gold, which is part of the same universe, but part of the Last Hours series. So this is what it looks like. Super stunning. I love this. The artwork is like super right there. So this one is book 1. Then I got number 2, which is called Chain of Iron. It's super cool. And the third one, which is called, I believe it's Chain of Thorns, comes out this November. And that will complete the entire Last Hours series in the Shadowhunters universe. And then they could finally start, like, getting up to the very last trilogy. So it's gonna be so sad to see the entire series go away, but it's kind of cool at the same time because by the time that we have caught up with reading every single one of these books, me and my fiance are doing that as a challenge for ourselves on a personal level, and we're like just going back and forth, also talking about the movie and the TV show series because there were those adaptations. And it's just going to be sad when that final book comes out and you're just like putting it to rest and it's over. Still on the shelf for sure, but it's just like, it's an experience, to be honest. Another one that I got was the third book in the Dark Artifices trilogy. Again, same exact universe. This one is a super thick book. Cannot even. It's Queen of Air and Darkness. And again, the art is just right there. I cannot say that... the art has always been like one of the biggest things that I love about the books. And what makes it even cool about this one, let me see if I could take this out without bending it any more than it is. The inside of the binding is stunning. Again, as I mentioned before, seeing all of these characters fully, drawn and seeing them is just stunning. I love this. It's just so cool. So, this book I got from my fiance, and this one is a small novella in between, so it's like after the Mortal Instruments series, but before the Dark Artifices. And this is Tales of the Shadowhunter Academy. It pretty much follows the protagonist Simon Lewis. He was the best friend of the main character, Clare, Fairchild, and it's pretty much his entire training inside the school of the Shadowhunters. He's being trained to be a warrior, also learning a bit of the history that makes up the world. I can't wait to read this. Like, Simon is like my favorite character ever. Definitely a lot of character growth from what I remember, and it's just nice to have a character that was like, despite everything that he goes through, he still maintains his humanity. So it's just like, I love Simon. Can't even. But now we're reaching the very end. So I got the second book in the Eldest Curses. This one too is going to be a trilogy. I think there's one more book coming out sometime this year or the beginning of next year. And this is the Lost Book of the White. I love it. Again, the artwork is just like, it's there and I like it. This one I got online used. I think it came from a library. But you know what? It's going to find a happy home here in my little library, so I don't know. It's just so awesome. And the final book is, again, I think it's a novella style book. It has a whole bunch of lore, interesting things about a character, and it's called The Ghost of the Shadow Market. Also in the same exact universe. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. That's pretty much the book haul. A whole bunch of books. I don't know how I'm gonna have the time to read all of them, but it's just gonna happen anyway. So, quick update. Love to be super transparent. This month has been a little bit of a difficult time in terms of reading. So, my new position at work requires just a whole bunch of more attention to it, and normally I would read throughout my shift, as you saw in my video when I was reading Heartstoppers. But a lot of things are changing, and I've been giving so much more responsibility that it's really hard to read during the shift because I'm in constant meetings and things are just changing so much. With that being said, a lot of work equals Hugo being extremely sleepy, and I'm a sleepy individual already. I can have my full 8 hours of sleep, or even make it 7 hours, or 9, or 10, and I'm still sleepy. I can do this every single day for months and months on end, sleep the appropriate hours, but I'm never not tired. My fiance, sweet little dumpling that he is, he was just like, don't worry about it. What you can finish now, this is all for the love of reading. You don't have to achieve and hit every single goal. Granted, I did not have that many books to begin with, but I've always been a slow reader as well, so I'm just like, So what's going to happen is the following. I have about, at the moment this video goes up, I think I'll have 2 days left in the month of February. I'm not a fan of speed reading. I don't think that, and this is just my opinion, there are people that can take in information speed reading, and that's super awesome, like good for you. I'm not one of those people. I like to take my time, digest everything, and pretty much enjoy the experience the way that I know how to. So what's going to happen is that any of the books that I did not finish for my February TBR is going to be the rollover edition for my March TBR. I do want to thank everybody for their support. It's been so much fun reading and getting to share like my little experiences, and I'm just getting started. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here, and I'm just super excited. So if you did like the video, leave a like, a comment, or subscribe if you care to. Let me know how you enjoyed the video or what books are cool. Definitely let me know if you have read any of these books without spoilers, of course. Let me know what you thought of them. And yeah, I can't wait to see you all in the next video. So thank you, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!